Get ready to cheer on your. Get ready to cheer on the team. Get ready to cheer on the team. Yep. Can someone on the stream give me an audio check, please? Thank you. Here come your Junior Buccaneers. I'm hopeful that we don't have any audio issues, but the cell phone / Wi-Fi connection is not very strong right now.
No way.
You want to be on camera? Can I interview?
Absolutely not. That's amazing.
Don't say anything nasty. Don't say anything nasty on the screen. Yeah. It's all right. Should get going here in about 20 seconds. We will wear white, and Simon will be in net. Okay, we should be good to go. Again, hopeful that the Wi-Fi maintains. If not, I will have to switch over. Okay, Easton will be on the draw again. Simon in net with Henry and Alex on D. Puck is down. Played back to Henry. Gets it along the near wall. Played up the boards by Fargo. They get it in. Doesn't quite get over. Picked up by Bo. He sends it all the way down, and it'll be icing. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming here for Des Moines. On the draw will be Easton. Easton wins it. Fargo picks it up. Knocked down by Easton. Centered back out by Fargo. Comes out of the zone all the way down, and it'll be icing. Apologize for the streaming location here today. Unfortunately, not ideal. Not able to be right in the middle, but we'll do the best we can. Puck is down. Played into the corner by Paxton. Picked up by Easton. He gets it up and out of the zone. Pops the boards. Sends it in. All the way down into the Fargo end. Tries to center it. It blocked out front. Comes right out to Paxton. He can't quite get the shot away. Comes out back through center. Picked up again by Alex. He fires it back in. And then Bo puts it back in. Picked up along the far boards there by Bo. Picked up again. Picked up along the far boards again by Alex. Played through the middle. Up and through neutral. Henry hustles back for it. Henry behind her own net. Plays it up the boards. Gets it over to Easton. Easton can't quite get out of the zone. Fargo maintains possession. Henry chases him down. Shot on goal. Saved by Simon. Comes back out front. Broken up nicely there by Alex. Comes back out. Henry's got it. Henry plays it to himself, gets it up through center, in on sides. He's got Easton breaking towards the net. Stick save made by Fargo. Goes back around the net. Fargo defender picks it up. Tries to pop the boards. Met there nicely by Henry. We need some fresh skaters out there. We got Atlas and Charlie. Easton heads off on a change. Chael heads out. Henry's off. Cora on D. Picked up in the corner by Fargo. We got to go get the puck. We're watching the puck too much. Cora back on D with Fipsy. Broken up through neutral. Fargo shot on goal. Goes off the post. Goes to the far wall. Sticked along by Charlie. Comes out of the zone. They're offsides. So they got a touch up. Comes back through neutral. Played back along by Charlie. Tries to get it up and out, but not quite far enough. Chael knocks it down. On goal to Simon. Goes right through the goal mouth. Doesn't get all the way through. Picked up along the far boards by Fargo. Sticked along by Atlas. Tries to clear the zone, but he's pestered there by a Fargo player. Played back into the corner. Fires on goal. Nice pad save by Simon. Goes into the corner. Goes wide. That should have been a goal. They had a wide open net. Simon went down on the play to try to get the puck. Cora with the kick save. We look a little disorganized right now, to say it the least. Played along by Atlas. Comes back up. Chased down by Chael. Comes back through neutral. Sticked along there by Fargo. Played along the back wall. Chael, Charlie, Atlas, and Cora all play the puck below the net. And Fargo fanned on a wide open net. And the puck is frozen. Did not go in the...
Keep your cool, Charles.
It's fine. Just let the coaches coach. Picked up by Fargo, comes back out front. Fargo player has it back through center. Right in the slot. Glove down by Simon. Pops free. Will with it along the far wall. Can't quite get it. Played by Miles. Over to Cale. Cale can't quite get a shot away to clear the zone. Picked up again by Fargo. Picked up by Zane. Zane with it. Plays along the near boards. Back into the far corner. Shot goes on goal. They shoot it right up, right towards Simon. They poke away at it. And they score. Words of encouragement from Simon's mom. Still in this. Plenty of game left. 6:18 left to go in the first. Puck is down. Picked up by Cale. Traffic through neutral. Sticked along by Fargo. They get it in the zone. Goes over the net. Fargo player goes down on the far wall. Can't quite get a shot away. Picked up behind the net by Alex. Cale fires it up and out of the zone. This will go all the way down, and it'll be icing. Easton coming up on the draw. Paxton takes a whack at it. Can't quite clear the zone. Easton's got it. Sticked away by Fargo. That was close to offsides, but they claim it was on. Picked up by Alex. He pops it up the boards. Tries to get it to Easton. Turnover picked up by Henry. Over to Bo. Bo gets it away from trouble. Back into the far wall. Fires it back on net. Comes back around. Picked up by Henry. Nice play out front there by Alex to push it away. Easton with it. Pops the boards and they're up and out of the zone. Played back through neutral. Picked up by Fargo. And they come right back in the zone. Henry with it. Back behind the net. Tries to rim the boards. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Picked up there by Easton. He's met with traffic. Comes back low. Fargo player centers it right out front. Nice defensive play by Henry to clear the zone. It goes all the way down, but not far enough for icing. Picked up by Fargo behind their net. They skated out through neutral. Henry's got to get back. He does. They take a shot on net. Pad save made there by Simon. Pushed out of the zone there by Bo. Sent all the way down. Picked up along the far wall by Alex. Over to Bo. Played back through neutral. We can't maintain the zone. Picked up by Henry. Fargo plays it into the near corner. It comes out front. Defensive play there made by Alex. Comes back up through neutral. Alex with it. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Henry's there to stick it away. Played back around behind the net by Alex. Fired on by Fargo. Up goes wide of the net. Picked up along the far wall. Fired over by Fargo. Comes back up along the far wall. Atlas there to take possession of it. Gets it out through neutral. Tries to get it over to Easton, but a little too far for him to catch it. Easton there to pressure him. Comes back along into the zone. Henry fires it along. Fargo player picks it up. Collision in her own defensive end. Bo and a Fargo player knocked down. Atlas picks it up. He's got Easton breaking towards the net. Gets it to Easton. Easton can't quite get a shot away. They made a nice play to get him pushed off the puck. Fipsy takes a whack at it. Got to hustle back on D. Fired up and over the net. Comes back through the defensive zone. Charlie whacks it along to get it up and out of the zone. Fargo picks it back up. They're back in the zone. Simon with a nice save. Cora pushes it to the side. Chael goes down in the far corner. Comes back out to a Fargo player, but he can't quite get a handle on it to get a shot away. Charlie fires it along around the back of the net. Picked up here by Fargo. Comes back around for Atlas. Atlas loses the handle, and it goes right back in the zone. 1:21 remaining in the first period. Charlie's got it. He tries to get it up and out of the zone. Comes back through neutral. Pressured on there by Chael. Fargo gets it back in the zone. Comes back down. Fargo player takes a whack at it, but Atlas is there to pick it up. Atlas has it. He's got possession, then he's knocked off the puck, picks it back up. He's got Chael breaking towards the net, but a Fargo player pickpockets him from behind. Comes back in, 41 seconds left on the first. Fargo player shoots it wide. Chael goes down along the far boards. He's back up. He's got a stick. Comes back around. 20 seconds left in the first period. Chael with it. Tries to pop the boards to get it up and out of the zone, but can't quite get it out.
There you go, Chael Brown. Good job.
That Fargo player gets it back on. They fire it on. It goes wide to the outside of the net. 4 seconds left in the first period. And they score.
It's like you're watching.
Yeah. You just have to deal with me talking, that's all.
Well, I don't want to be on the camera.
No. Sorry, I was muted. Here we go. Back in. Picked up by Fargo. They fire it towards the net. Up and out of the zone there by Zane. A little too far. No icing. Waved off. Picked up by the Fargo team behind the net. Kale with it. Played along the near boards. Gets it back in. Will hustles in after it. Over to Zane. Zane fires it towards the middle of the net. Shot and a goal! We scored! Scoring for Des Moines, number 91, Cale Sherwood. Right back in it. 11:02 left in the second period. Easton on the draw. Way too quiet in here for a hockey game. Picked up along the far wall by Paxton. Plays it back to Fitzy. Steered along by Fitzy. Tries to get back to Paxton. Can't quite get it there. Gets it along to Bo. Easton with it. Easton gets it back in. Gets it over to Paxton. Back in our defensive zone. Fitzy lost his stick on the play. Got a wide open net to the goal, and he scored. Unfortunately, our defender fell down on the play and couldn't quite recover in time. .25 left in the second period. Played back in, picked up by Fitzy. Cora is calling for it. Gets it around the back of the net. Comes right back out through the slot. Picked up in the corner by a Fargo player. Cora's there to chase it down. Goes right to Easton. Easton wisely clears the zone. Goes all the way down, but not far enough for icing. Met there by Paxton. Fargo pushes it back in the zone. Picked up by Bo. Tries to get back out of the zone. Can't quite make the play. Fargo player left all alone out front. Cora recovers on D. Picked up by Easton. Easton's got it along the near wall. Skates down. Tries to get it over to Paxton. A little too far out of his reach. Can't quite get there. Met on the far boards by 50. Picked back up by Bo. Here comes Easton with it. Can't quite clear the zone, and they say it was still in. Glove save there made by Simon. Comes back around, picked up by Fargo. Goes back into the far corner. Fargo tries to center, intercepted there by Easton. Easton with it, he's got Paxton. Paxton's hustling down. Paxton with it along the far wall. Knocked down on the play. Picked up by Fargo. They're on sides at the line. Fargo player shoots wide of the net. Sticked along there by Henry. Comes back up. Paxton's there to pick it up. Still got Easton breaking towards the zone. Easton tips it along. Gets it in. They're on sides. Fargo clears the zone. Gets it right back in the defensive zone. Alex tries to take a shot at it behind the net. Can't quite get there. Played along to Charlie. Comes back around. Fargo player picks it up. They try to center it. Pushed aside by Henry. Put it into the far corner by Charlie. He's knocked down on the play behind the net. Charlie's down on the play. He got knocked down behind the play. Yeah. Looks like he's getting up on his own power. No penalty called on the play. Charlie gets back to the bench on his own power. Kale takes his spot. Pushed back in by Henry. Henry with it behind the net. Atlas knocked down on the play. Kale swats at it. They get it out of the zone. Comes back through neutral. Picked up by Fargo. Chael hustles down to try to get it. Pushed back into the zone. All the way down. I think we have a penalty upcoming for a hook. Yeah. Atlas will sit for 1 minute. Minor penalty for hooking. Questionable call at best. .7:04 left in the second. Again, we're on the penalty kill. Comes back around. Kale with it. Gets it up and out of the zone. Fargo player picks it back up. They knock it in through center. Met there by Miles. Comes out of the zone. Offsides at the line. They're swapping goalies for Fargo. Face off here at neutral. Taken there by Paxton. Pushed back in the zone by Fargo. Zane with it along the far wall. Gets it out through neutral, comes all the way down. 19 seconds left on the penalty. 6:24 remaining in the second period. Will hustles in after it. Miles there. Get it back through neutral. Will hustles down. And the penalty's over. Back at full strength. 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Paxton knocked down on the play on the far side. Fargo picks it back up. They come through neutral. Comes all the way back down. Who wants it? Somebody get it. Paxton picks it back up through neutral. He skates it in the zone. Sends it towards the net. Needs some trailers to pick up that rebound that was there. Might have had an open look at the net. Comes back around for Fargo. Easton there to chase it down. He picks his pocket. Tries to center it on net. Can't quite get anyone there to help him. Comes back out through neutral. Picked up by Miles. Zane with it there. Good pressure to seal him off at the far wall. Picked up by Easton. Easton gets it in over the line. Fargo picks it back up. Gets it out of the zone. Fargo brings it in. Pushed into the corner by Zane. Sent along the back wall by Fargo. They send it towards the net. Goes wide. Play back down in the corner. Picked up by Paxton, I think. Can't see that far, sorry. Nope, that was Bo. Send it back to the near corner. Taken down in the corner is Bo. Gets it back out to the high slot. Comes back in. We need a clear. Zane with it. Nice stick handle through center. Gets it in onside on neutral. Just loses the puck. Can't quite get a shot away. He fires it back towards the net. Saved by the goalie. Kale on the draw. He's got Atlas and Chael. Chael's got to get on the other side of the circle. There he goes. Kale loses the draw. Fargo picks it up. Kale and Chael over on the far wall. Fargo gets possession of it. Cora there at the line to try to keep it in. Can't quite keep it in, and it goes all the way down. Fargo with it. 50 there to try to pester him away from the puck. Nice play there by 50 and Cora to get it out of the zone. 3:53 left in the second period. Fargo fires it back in. Knocked down by Kale. Chael takes a whack at it. Can't quite get possession of it. Fargo's got it again. Chael fires it up and out of the zone all the way down. And it'll be no icing. Atlas hustles back to get it. Takes a swipe at the puck. Can't quite get it. We got to get on sides. We do. Kale gets it back in. We're not on sides, though. Huh? It's our stream. We can yell all we want. Played back in by Fargo. Shot on net. Saved by Simon. Oh, and it just trickles in. 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the second period. Okay. There you go. Face off at center, taken here by Easton. Puck is down, picked up by Fargo. Played nicely by Alex. Gets it back to the wall. Easton hustles in after it. Tries to center, he does. Will's right there. Oh, and he can't quite get the shot away. Maybe would have had a goal right there. Goalie was kind of caught off guard. Played behind the net by Easton. Carson's knocked down on the play. He gets back up. Alex hustles down. No ice. Played back out, picked up by Henry. Played back up the near boards by Fargo. Picked up by Alex. He gets it in. He's tripped on the play. No call-up coming. Fargo player picks it back up. Goes behind their own net. Comes back along. Fargo player runs into his own. Will there to knock it away. Picked up again by Fargo. Played back through neutral. They get back in. They're on sides. They keep them to the outside. Good play. Played nicely there on D. Pushed to the out. Tried to push to the outside by Henry, but he kind of fanned on it. Unfortunately, it came right out. Saved away by Simon. Fargo had another backdoor net opportunity. Steered away by Easton. Played behind the net by Zane. Makes a nice move. Gets up and out of the zone. Tries to spring Easton. He's got Will breaking with him. Easton goes in all alone. Shot. He scores! Scoring for Des Moines. Number 54, Easton Hoff. Looks like Charlie's back out there. Puck is down, picked up by Zane. Gets it over to Atlas. Played along the far wall. Less than a minute remaining in the second period. Fargo gets it back in on sides. They fire it towards the net. Steered away by Simon. Atlas picks it up. They clear the zone. Atlas hustles down. It's 1-on-3. Loses the puck. Where's his helpers? Charlie's there to pick it up. Fires it back in. 22 seconds left in the period. Comes back around. Atlas and Chael nearly collide. Thankfully they didn't. Charlie gets it on net. Steered aside by the goaltender. 11 seconds left. Played along the near boards. Chael taken out on the play. Along with the Fargo player. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that'll do it for the second period. Oh yeah, he's ready to scrap. Well, we need a third period rally here. Down 4-2, 12 minutes left. Team's playing hard. Let's go, Simon. Go! He got pissed in the car. I mean, whatever. If he gets a penalty for it, he's going to learn his lesson. But a penalty can be selfish. Yeah. I know. Third period action underway. Picked up along the far wall. Knocked along by Cora. Gets it back in the zone. Played along by Fipsy. Keeps it in. Fires it back in. Can't quite get it deep enough, so turnover. Comes out through neutral. Picked up by Fargo. They keep it in. They do not keep it in at the line. Offsides. Puck is down. Played over to Paxton. Loses possession of it. Picked up by Fargo. They get it back in deep. Run into there by Easton. Cora was calling for help, and unfortunately we didn't get there in time.
It's all right. Good job, Simon. You got
10:58 remaining in the game. Charlie out there on the draw. 10:58 again remaining in the third period. It's Charlie, Carson, Atlas out here on the draw. He's with Will and Charlie. Definitely shaking up the lines here. Played in by Fargo. Picked up along the far wall by Charlie. He steers it up and out of the zone. Goes all the way down, not far enough for icing. Picked up there by Charlie. He fires it back in. Hits a Fargo player. Comes back out through neutral. Comes back in. Fargo all alone. Nice save by Simon. Steers it into the corner. Face-off will come out to neutral. Charlie with it. Gets it back in. Played along the far wall by Fargo. Picked up there by Will. Can't quite get the shot away. Fargo picks it up behind the net. Comes back to Will. Will tries to center back to Charlie. Gets it out to Atlas. Oh, they had him right out front. Couldn't quite make the connection there. 8:38 remaining in the third period. Atlas fires it towards the net. Blocked out front. Miles hustles over, but it comes out of the zone, so we got to regroup. We do. But unfortunately, turned over, picked up nicely intercepted by Zane. Zane with it. Fires it up the boards. Gets it to Will. Will has Atlas and Charlie. If they hustle, it's 3-on-2 at the line. Will plays it off the boards, back to himself, fires it on net. Goes wide, picked up on the far wall by Fargo. Played back in. Zane can't quite keep the line, so it comes back out through center. Picked up by Miles. Miles fires it back in, goes all the way down. No, but they call ice.
Play hard.
Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. 7:43 remaining in the game. Puck is down. Played back by Fargo. They fire towards the net. Blocked down by Easton. Played behind the net by Cora. Popped up in the air. Fired it back down. Tried to get it out of their zone. You're fine.
Get it out.
Paxton with it there. Tries to pop the boards. Easton hustles in after it. Comes back around to 50. 50 plays it back up to Paxton. Gets it to Easton. Easton with it. Gets it out through center. Easton skates it in. Gets it in deep. Played along the far wall. Comes back up to Cora at the point. Cora takes a shot on goal. Goes wide of the net. Played back out there. Picked up by Paxton. Comes along for Bo. Bo with it. Tries to get it on the net. Goes wide. Picked up again by
In front.
Paxton. Comes along the far wall. Cora fires it back in. Hustled in by Bo. He hustles after it. Centered it towards the net. Couldn't quite get a good scoring shot there. Comes back up. Cora plays it again at the point. Gets it back in deep behind the net. Comes back in. Oh, the puck was sitting right on the goal mouth and he couldn't bury it. Comes back to the point. Dipsy fires it back in. Blocked down there by Fargo. Picked up along behind the net. Centered out there by Paxton. Fargo plays it up through neutral. Easton hustles back. Easton with the nice play to knock it away from the Fargo player. Paxton's got it now. Gets it in over the red line. He's on sides. Played along the far wall by Bo. We need a few fresh skaters out there. Played back towards the net. Squirts out wide. Can't quite get the rebound shot away. Played along the far wall by Bo. Comes back out to the blue line. Saved there nicely by Cora. Now it scores free. Comes to neutral. Comes back out through neutral. Picked up by Fargo. They skate through our defender. Player knocked down on the play. Saved away there by Simon. Nice play, Simon. Up and hits the netting. Defensive zone faceoff upcoming. 4:43 remaining in the game. It'll be Kale, Carson, and Chale. Kale with it. Pushes it along. Fargo player back with it. They fire it back in towards the net. They shoot it wide. Goes back behind the net. Picked up again by Fargo. Comes back out through the center, out through the slot. Back up to Henry. Henry tries to clear the zone. Can't quite get it there. And Simon wisely covers it. Defensive zone face-off upcoming. 4:15 remaining in the game. Puck is down. Shot wide of the net. Cleared up, but not out of the zone. Swatted at there by Kale. Fargo fires it on net, but it's behind the net. Simon wisely covers it. .354 remaining in the game. Puck is down. Won by Kale. Picked up by Fargo. They get it back to the point. They fire it back into the slot. Comes back out to Simon. Squirts wide of the net. Simon down on his stomach, tries to cover it. Can't quite clear it or cover it. He's lost his goalie stick. He picks it back up. Did that come out of the zone? It did. And we'll get a couple fresh skaters out there for Des Moines. 3:26 remaining in the game. Atlas upcoming on the face-off. Puck is down. Won by Fargo. They get it back in. Played along by Zane. Comes back free. Fargo player tries to pick it up. Intercepted there by Zane. Tries to get it to Atlas. Comes back out front to Miles. Miles plays it back to Drew. Pestered on there by Will. Played it back out to a neutral. They're in offsides, so we'll do it again. .301 remaining in the game. Picked up by Charlie. Gets it in over the red line. Fires it deep. Played around by the back of the net by a Fargo player. Skated along. Picked up by Atlas. He's knocked down on the play. Miles hustles in after it. Doesn't quite get much on the shot, so it kind of dies behind the net. Played along the near wall by Atlas. Stick save made there by Simon. Comes back out, and they score. .225 left in the game. Puck is down. Save by Simon. Second save made by Simon. Comes back free. Picked up by Fargo. Played along into the corner by Simon. Picked up by Fargo along the far wall. They come out through. Try to get a shot on net. Goes wide. Picked up by Miles. Played along by Atlas. Zane with it now. He's got Will and Atlas breaking towards the net. Will's taken out, or Zane's taken out on the play. Penalty upcoming. We'll go on the power play for 1 minute with 1:45 left in the game. Tripping or hooking will be the call. Puck is down. Picked up by Cora at the point. Fires it back in. Picked up by Paxton. Played along nicely by Easton behind the net. Comes free. Picked up by Fargo. Comes all the way through center. We got to play it out through neutral. 1:27 left in the game. Again, we're on the power play. Fired on net. Saved by Simon. Fired again on net. Simon lost his goal stick. He got it back. Played along the near boards. Picked up by Easton. .18 seconds left on the power play. Pushed along by Bo. This will go all the way down. It'll have enough, and I believe it'll be icing. .53 seconds left in the third period. Power play is over. Cora gets it up and out of the zone. Easton with it. Tries to center it. Oh, sticked away by the goalie. Comes back out. 27 seconds left in the game. Comes all the way back through neutral. Fipsy there. Knocks it away. Played it over to Paxton. 12 seconds left in the game. Easton fires it towards the net. Oh, it just dribbles wide. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. And that'll do it. Final score, 7-2. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will be back tomorrow morning. Don't remember the time, but as soon as I do, I'll post it for anybody who wants to watch at home. Thanks again, everybody.